So our last lesson on inequality is about how globalization is being linked to poverty. We touched on it in the previous lesson to do with the underclass, but let's look at that in more detail. So, multinational companies haven't been around very long. Companies that exist in lots of different countries in the world. Starbucks, Coca-Cola, Google, Facebook, Amazon, Adidas. They're multinational companies. They don't just exist in one country, they exist in many countries. It makes them much harder for individual governments to control. You know, you might have heard of stuff about Google and Starbucks not paying enough tax in the UK. Well, they can just say, well, we've moved the money elsewhere. They've got clever accounting tricks, or they can just threaten you. Say, look, fine, we'll pay more tax, but instead we'll move our business somewhere else. Now, to Marxists, the work was done by Leszek Sclair. These people are simply a new version of the bourgeoisie. Yeah, it's an international bourgeoisie. Yeah? So Elon Musk, the guy with Tesla, yeah, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, they may wear T-shirts and look like ordinary people, but they're just the bourgeoisie, but they're just international. They're an elite, they own these companies, and they've gone international, and they're using the international nature of their businesses to ride roughshod over national governments and pay a lot less tax. But they're still the same. They're still exploiting the proletariat. However, it is worth mentioning that capitalism does make things that lots of us like, and globalized multinational capitalism definitely also does that. We have all of these things, and they've made our lives better. And the fact that they're international companies, they're multinationals, means that they're cheaper. The cost of these electrical goods here has come down in the last 50 years. Not gone up, it's come down, so we can all have them. Facebook, Instagram are free. They're not really free, you've got to give them your data. But the idea is that a lot of these companies are doing things that we like. They're doing things that benefit us. However, let's look at the UK. So many jobs in the UK are what we call zero-hour contracts these days. If you don't work, you don't get paid. 82,000 people from McDonald's, 20,000 Sports Direct, 20,000 Pizza Hut. If they don't have any work for you that day, you don't get the call, therefore you don't work and you don't get paid. You've got to be available for work if they call you. Yeah? So these are not good jobs. These are very precarious. That's the word to use. These are very precarious jobs. You can lose them at a moment. Yeah, and you'd be out of work and out of money. You don't know how much money you're going to earn from week to week because you've got no guaranteed number of hours. So this globalization has made work a lot more precarious. And again, to a Marxist, this is not a shock. That's what bourgeoisie do. The bourgeoisie want workers to have no rights so they can employ them more cheaply. And they create something called the poverty trap. New Addington might be known as an area with a poverty trap. You live here, you have no choice but to take these rubbish jobs because there's no other jobs there. So you can't just earn more money because there aren't any jobs that pay more money. Yeah? It's called the poverty trap.